Thursday guy, and I'm back for another Thursday with Kaiden. It looks like I'm wearing lipstick right now, but I'm not, so I don't know why it looks like that, but we're gonna go with it. Alright, this week's topic is idols, inspirations, role models that we have in and out of the trans/LGBTQ plus community. This topic is definitely interesting for me because I don't really look up to anybody simply because they're gay or trans or lesbian or bisexual or anything. I don't feel that's a good enough reason for somebody to be that important to my life. I would like to believe that my idols and people that I look up to all done something important for this world. Because I'm trans, it doesn't mean I have to have a trans role model, because I just want to be a good person. I want to be known for being a good person. Trans is secondary to all of that. If I'm not a good person, everything else I do in my life is irrelevant. If I had to pick people in the LGBTQ plus community, Ellen DeGeneres, obviously she's a great human being, and she has done a lot of good things for the community and made a lot of good strides that without her probably would not be where they are today. Laverne Cox for the trans community. It's not easy being the poster child for a whole community, and I'd like to think that she's handled it with grace and dignity, and she's just living in a way that other people could model themselves after. As far as trans men go, Chaz Bono, because he was one of the first and he did it publicly, and his family wasn't supportive, and yet he still openly lived as who he was in the public eye without any regard for what people thought or said about him. One of the people that helped me accept all of this was actually somebody that's not as well known as your celebrities. Ethan Walker Smith. When I found out about him, he was simply just a spoken word trans guy who wrote poetry, and he wrote a poem. I believe the title is A Letter to the Girl I Used to Be. And when I watched that video of him performing that poem, it struck a chord inside of me. I've probably watched that over 300 times simply because that's how amazing I feel that this poem is. And if you have not seen it or have not watched it, I highly recommend it. I will put the link in the description below, and I highly suggest you watch that. Other LGBTQ plus inspirations or role models: Andrea Gibson, because she's one of my favorite spoken word poets. Matt Bellassai, because he's hilarious. He does whine about it for BuzzFeed. Tyler Oakley's just queen. He slays at everything, and so obviously I want to meet him and be his best friend. As far as people not in the queer community, they actually mean a lot to me, and I use a lot of their life teachings in order to live my life productively and in the best way possible. I have 4 main ones that everybody's going to know, and then I have one that is my biggest inspiration and somebody that I look up to the most in my whole life. 4 that everybody are going to know. One is Nelson Mandela. He was getting locked up and all the odds were against him. He lived his life in a way that amazing. I have been obsessed with him for forever. Another one is Maya Angelou. If you have not read I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, you should read it, because it's one of the best things to ever be written. And all of her other works are amazing as well. Her activism changed the world, and don't know of anyone who doesn't like Maya Angelou. And that says something about the way that somebody lives their life. Third is Walt Disney. Without him, things wouldn't be the way that they are today. For humanity, he has done a great deal in making the world what it is today. Things he was able to do from nothing how he was able to scrap an entire empire through a pencil on a piece of paper is amazing to me. Like, can you imagine starting what Walt Disney started by just sitting at a desk and drawing? And in 10, 20, 30 years, that one drawing would make you millions and millions of dollars and become something of a household name. That's crazy. Fourth is probably my biggest inspiration and idol of the bunch. And anybody who knows me knows that I've been obsessed with this man for as long as I can remember. It's Michael Jackson. When he died, I actually cried. It was a very, very sad day for me. I bawled my eyes out. And still, every year on the anniversary of his death, it hits me a little bit. I get a little emotional, I'm not gonna lie. Where to even start? I am obsessed with Michael Jackson. He lived his life in a way that changed everything. He changed the way people viewed African Americans. He changed the way music was made and how music was done. He broke every sales record that there is to have ever been broken. He still, even after his death, sells more records than some artists in their prime. I'm so obsessed with Michael Jackson that I actually have a quote of his tattooed on my side. He lived his life so great that people couldn't help but try to find something to hate him for. Being in the spotlight as big and as high up on the ladder as you can be for that long takes someone great. If I could live my life like any one celebrity, it would be like him. It had a huge impact on my life from a young age, and it's just stuck ever since. And I'm sad I'll never get to meet him. And the last inspiration, my mom. Without her, one, I wouldn't be here. Two, I would not have the things that I have or the life that I have. I wouldn't have the support that I have. And she has shown me over the years that you can have every single card not in your deck and you can still do great things. She showed me what strength and resilience looks like, what standing up for what you believe in looks like, how living your life, how you want to live your life as opposed to how everybody else wants you to live your life is so important to self happiness, and that your back is up against the wall and you think that there's no way out. If you fight long enough, there's gonna be a window that you can get out, and that although things may be tough, you may struggle, whether that's mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, but if you keep going, eventually something's gotta give. It's just about getting to that next point. If there's any one person that I want to live and grow up to be like, it is her, because she's one of the best people I've ever met, and that's all I really want to be in life, is a good person. I don't need to look up to any celebrity in order to get what it means to live a good life and what it means to be happy with who you are. I have that in my house, and I have somebody in my household that pushes me to constantly be better than I am now, and I can't thank her enough for that. But that's all I have for you guys, and it's Thursday, so I hope you had a great week, and I hope you watched everybody else's videos this week, and I hope you watched Friday and Saturday's videos as well. We want you to enjoy them, so I hope that you watch their videos, and I hope that you keep coming back. I'll see you next time.